time. Sorry.
It's all right. Hey, it's the business hour, the week 1 edition. We're bringing it back. We're going to try to do this every week, and if not every week, at least just this one.
And this is the business hour, so
yeah. So strap in.
Strap in and strap on.
Absolutely.
All right.
So Jordan, what would you like to talk about for week 1 business hour?
All right. Well, I'd like to introduce a segment that Justin and I both came up with. We're calling it the JJ Wat-ch.
Yes, the okay. JJ Wat-ch.
And after that absurdly bad trade before the draft, where JJ Watt was traded for a number 1 draft pick, we're going to compare who was taken at that number 1 spot and compare their score with JJ Watt's to see who came out ahead by the end of the year.
Let me ask you, who was drafted in the place that JJ Watt was traded for?
With the number 1 draft pick or the first round draft pick, it was Danny Woodhead. So anybody watching the game realized that Danny Woodhead did extremely well. He had a great week.
Yeah.
So he scored 36 points. JJ Watt did not help his fantasy team.
No, not even remotely. He had a whopping...
He did
half a point.
Yeah, he helped one of his teammates make a tackle, and that's it.
That's all he did.
So now, Danny Woodhead is doing 72 times better than JJ Watt. So you're coming out ahead in that trade, Chris. Yep. Chris, I think, is still coming out ahead in that trade.
So week 1, Danny would head into the lead here with 36 points. All right.
Speaking of things that are bad, good God, Keith's team is really bad.
Yep.
Really, really bad.
Yep.
And that's pretty much all we're going to say. He struggled to score 200 points and lost by $1 million or something like that.
Yeah.
So
it was terrible.
That was awful.
Sorry, Keith.
Sorry, buddy. Things that are good. Trash talk. Oh, man. Awesome trash talk so far. Between the ladies of the group.
Yeah.
Guys,
they're getting down and dirty. They're showing that just because they have vaginas that doesn't mean that they can't hang with the guys in trash talk.
Just because there's muff doesn't mean that there's not guff.
Exactly.
So I think Pepe Sylvia came out strong with the tree stump dozer,
the grinder, the tree stump
grinder even,
and she took tree stump to the grinder
and to the compost heap with a big win.
Yeah, though I tell you what. Tree Stump didn't take it, lying down.
No.
She fired back with a fantastic picture of a T-shirt that says, Pepe Sylvia is not real. And you know what?
We don't have a lot of evidence to suggest otherwise.
I've never seen Pepe Sylvia at a draft.
Nope, never been in a draft, and you had to draft this year for Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah. So she may not actually be real.
Might not be real. Who knows? Who's to say?
Who's to say?
But what is very real is the big win by Pepe Sylvia.
Yep.
So
congratulations.
That's awesome in a tough division.
I would like to say that I did predict Pepe Sylvia to have like a top 3 finish. So,
yes.
So kudos to me.
Yes. Yeah. Kudos to you.
Oh. And that's not all that happened in Lock It Up for week 1.
Oh yeah, lock it up, or should we say lock it down?
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, so I believe I was correct in my grading of Chris Miller's keepers in saying that Lockett just wasn't the right pick. He could have kept Alan Hearns instead.
Yep, Alan Hearns did outscore Lockett this week, 15-9. Yep. Albeit now neither player really excelled or exploded or anything like that, but Hearns did more with less targets.
Yeah, it's true.
And
Lockett couldn't absorb those passes.
No, he couldn't hold them in, and he didn't absorb hardly any. I think he had 3 for 19 yards.
Yeah.
Not really. Probably not a good representative game for Lockett, but still, Hearns is going to be in a high octane offense. And though he wasn't projected to repeat last year's totals, it certainly seems like he's on his way.
Lockett may be the most underachieving player that the league's been named after since Warwick Dunn.
Yes.
But of course, Warwick Dunn was retired whenever the league was named after him, so that's not saying much.
Oh, man. And so what else do we have? I guess we want to come to the Broncos Carolina game,
All right.
and perhaps some controversy.
So let's talk about my terrible week.
Okay.
My awful week. I love fantasy football.
We're gonna start a new section where Justin just complains. It's not different than anything else. Just
it's the Bill runs out of the league, so somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
And
he's working hard for that crybaby award.
No, it's not me. It's Jeff.
Jeff. Okay.
Jeff's put himself on the map for the crybaby award.
We have a shooting star.
Marshawn Lynch. So first of all, opening day of the NFL season. I look forward to it. It's one of my favorite days of the year, and I couldn't even enjoy it because I had to sit there and fucking argue with Jeff about this Marshawn Lynch situation, in which Jeff is completely wrong, regardless of what he thinks.
For those of you who don't know, Marshawn Lynch was a keeper. He still had a year left on his contract, decided to retire. So before the season started, Jeff had to make the decision, do I want to keep him or do I want to pick somebody else? Now, with Lynch saying that he was going to retire, he decided to keep Jeremy Langford. Now there's rumors that he might not be retiring and he might be thinking of a comeback and everything like that. So Jeff wants to have Marshawn Lynch and not Jeremy Langford. Unfortunately, it's a huge disservice to the rest of the league, and I'll let Justin.
I was going to say, let me clarify. Jeff wants to keep Langford until Lynch comes back and is on a team.
Okay.
So he wants to keep Langford for 6 or 7 weeks, and then whenever Lynch comes back in week 10, he wants to swap him out. Yeah, if he even comes back. First of all, Jeff, I'm glad you're in the league. I love you. But I'm doing you a favor. No matter what, Langford is going to have a better season week to week than Marshawn Lynch would if Lynch comes back. So you're welcome. And second of all, he didn't even bring this up until after Sherman picked up Lynch off the free agency. You know, like, if you wanted him, he was there. You could have picked him up. He was available. But, you know, you missed out.
Yeah, and that being said, it is a shitty situation. Like, it sucks. But that being said, the guy retired. There's no sense in keeping him. He's thinking about coming back. In my opinion, I don't know. I think he should probably be fair game. Because it's hard to reverse that. You can't just... Langford would have been available to draft, and he wasn't, so... The whole draft changes if you go that way. And oh my god, it's a big dog. Hey, we're filming down here. That's a dog. Get out of here. Go. So anyway, Marshawn Lynch is just...
My balls!
I'm so sorry, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, overall, I don't think there's really an easy way to handle this. I mean, I want to say that it really sucks for you, Jeff, but I honestly don't believe that. I don't believe Marshawn is going to have an impact this year, if he comes back.
Yeah.
He's certainly not going to play for Seattle because they said they don't want him. He'll have to find another team to sign with. He'll have to learn the playbooks. And he's extremely unlikely to make an impact this year if he comes back. And even if he did make an impact, I highly doubt it would be the impact that Jeremy Langford would have.
Yeah. Not to mention Langford's a young guy. It's a keeper league. You're gonna have Langford for a handful of years if you want him. And on top of that, you're coming out ahead because you didn't have to waste a draft pick to drop Lynch to keep Langford. So, if it wasn't for the situation, you would have had to forfeit that draft pick in order to get rid of Lynch to keep Langford, which would have been the better move, in my opinion, even if Lynch was coming back.
Yeah, I really think you're going to be just fine, and it is a crappy situation. There's not an easy way to handle it. There's not a way to make sure that everybody comes out, where they want to come out, and it really, really sucks. But that being said, I still think you're winning. I had Lynch for the last 2 years, and he was a good player 2 years ago. He didn't really do much last year. He's got a lot of back problems. Even if he came back, he could get injured, and then you're stuck with him for the whole year, and he's got to stay on your team. I understand your frustration and your pain, but at the same time, man, I really think you're coming up ahead. I really do. I honestly do.
Yeah. So to continue on. With the terribleness of my week, as I'm dealing with the situation with Jeff, I'm also doing it while watching C.J. Anderson run all over Carolina's defense.
Yeah.
Which put Slimmer in a position to win. And then the worst possible thing for me, Sunday at 12:40, I had I had Cyprian in for one of my defensive back spots, and like last minute, I swapped him out with Weddle. Cyprian ended up outscoring Weddle by 11 points, and I lost by 10.
So that's a 1 point win for you.
Yeah.
And instead it's a 10-point loss.
But it's okay. I'm going to bounce back. I'm going to give Tree Stump her second loss.
There you go. Well, hey, you could always win if the stat corrections come in. Lord knows.
10 points. 10 points.
Hey, I was up by 14 and lost after stat corrections.
That's true.
Go away. Go away. Go away.
I'm here now.
So, yeah, crazy week. Lots of stuff happened. Very frustrating for Justin.
Tree Stump, you're going down.
Tree Stump's going down.
I don't care how bad life at home is going to be after that.
I don't know who's playing me, but you're going to lose.
Too.
Yeah, you're going down.
You're either playing Sherman or Keefe.
Well,
so you're either going to bring
not.
the chowder.
I know I'm not playing Keefe. I think I'm playing Bringing the Chowder.
Yeah.
So, Keefe, it would be a guaranteed win for me. Bringing the Chowder, it's only slightly less guaranteed win for me. So,
and final note, Jimmy, thanks for the Doug Baldwin trade. I appreciate it. Anytime you're drinking, hit me up.
And how come no drunk people hit me up for trades?
I
got all kinds of crazy good people on my team. Hit me up.
You got to get your cell phone number out there.
That's true. That's true.
Jordan's cell phone number is 301.